so abstract. Yeah, it's complicated. What you say, the way you act, well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't want to think about it right now. Maybe you just want to be friends. There is a vibe when we are talking. Maybe you just want to pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be.
Hello, everybody. Thank you all for joining us today. So I'm the first live Q&A for Sunday for the Card Maker Summit. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be here. I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was on the last summit. I was one of the participants, and I'm back for my second time. I'm so excited. But my name is Tantalaya, but my crafting name is Craft with T. And I have a YouTube channel. I have Instagram and Facebook page. So you can find me at a lot of those places. Those are the three that I'm mainly on. And with a focus on my YouTube, because that's where I probably post the most. I'm trying to think. Oh, let me share with you real quick. These are the cards we're going to talk about today. So I have this one. And then I have this one. So I did both techniques in my video, and it was focusing on using stencils, and I showed how to use it with the ink, just doing color, and then one using embossing paste, like light and fluffy modeling paste. I don't know. It's probably too bright. Hold on. Like that. This is from TCW, and I colored it using an oxide ink. So that's how I got the blue color. So we're going to talk about that today. And yeah, so I'm so excited. Just to tell you a little bit about the cards. Oh, do I have any events coming up? Yes. Well, in the process of doing this, I'm trying to get back into my YouTube channel with doing more frequent posts. I do some lives through YouTube and on Facebook. It changes from here and there as far as the extra stuff that I do, but I want to get more into a schedule where I'm back to doing my Friday videos, which are my sketch videos, where I do cards, and sometimes I even do layouts for scrapbooking. And then I'm still interested in getting back to techniques, which the cards that we made in this would focus on. So like being able to use your stencil, like with this one, I don't know if you probably won't be able to see it, but this one was just ink. And then I took clear embossing powder and made sort of like a raised edge. So that way the ink color obviously still comes through because it's clear, but you have a little bit of a texture. But it's different because it's smooth. It's more smooth than, say, like the actual textured paste that you just, color with your inks. So, what else? On the front of the, we got a question from Lisa. You're so brave to stamp without a stamping tool. It's amazing that you can stamp. Yeah. So, well, I've been crafting card making wise a lot longer than doing layout pages and stuff like that. But what's crazy is it's like I have no fear. The part to be scared at is because it's on vellum, right? I don't know if you guys use a lot of vellum, but a lot of times I don't question. I know if I put it down, press for a few seconds, and just lift straight up, I should be okay. But if I go like where it's kind of wiggly and wobbly, yeah, it's dangerous. It's dangerous. But for so long, we were stamping without our stamping platforms. Now that we have them, sometimes I forget to grab it. It's literally, it's not because I'm super brave. It's just I totally forget to grab it sometimes, even though I love my platforms. I really do. I actually have the three sizes from Sweet Petunia. I have the small one that's really good for card makers, her like regular size. I even have the 12 by 12 for layouts when I want to stamp on layouts. So those are great tools to use for sure. Oh, but what I was saying, talking about the vellum, um, using vellum with the different uh, I'm trying to think of what kind of ink to call it. I've been using a lot of the gold Catherine Pooler inks. One of these we actually embossed, and one is the ink. So on this one, which I think it fades to the back a little bit. This one was just the ink. So with doing the gloss on the snowflakes, it made this one a little bit harder to see. Whereas when I used the embossing powder on this one, to me, it stands out better. You know what I mean? And I can hold it up closer. So you can see the tree better and the winter wonderland. It seems clear to me. Whereas like, even if I go closer on this one, you see how it's like the snowflakes come through a lot more vibrant on this one, and I think it's just because of that. The shine, the clear, that's that clear embossing. Okay, put that back. All right, so yeah, that was probably the scariest part, was whenever you're stamping on vellum, because it's a different texture when you stamp down. I suggest, if you're getting used to stamping on it, using something like Stays On or something that dries really quick. When you use more of the pigment inks, because they stay wet longer, you just have more risk of you like smudging it and smearing, because it doesn't seep into the fabric. I'm like, the fabric. It doesn't seep into the paper like it would on regular cardstock. Okay, Lisa, what other types of crafts do you love? Oh, I think the one that I probably gravitate to the most is like anything dealing with watercolors, sort of like painting or coloring. I'm not the greatest with markers, but I love a watercolor palette. I think that's why I use oxides as my inks probably more than any, because I love how when you add water to it, it kind of gets that chalkiness to it. And you can use the color with Catherine Pooler inks too. It's just, I don't know, there's something about that watercolor look that always just, it makes me happy. But I do I'm trying to think. I actually have one here. I do a lot more now, like layout pages, stuff like that. Um, I've done more cards in the past. I'm trying to get back into doing my card series that I was talking about earlier on YouTube, because I used to have my Sketch Friday sort of like series. I think right now it's over 300. Yeah, I want to say it's over 300 videos, and I have a playlist too. So the things I've done the most consistent or have the most videos of, I have a Technique Tuesday playlist. I have the sketch videos, and I even made a few sketches of my own that I used in my videos. So yeah, I would have to say the layouts are probably the newest thing and the thing I'm doing the most often. I've done other things like, obviously doing albums and other crafts, just like, to put up on your wall and stuff like that. But primarily, I do cards and layouts. That's my zone. And then Arlene said, do you use vellum on most of your cards? Actually, no. A lot of times I think of vellum as like a specialty paper. Obviously it is, but it isn't. I like to use it when I want the background to come forward, but I don't want it to be overpowering. Like if I wish I had one here that I've done, but I've used them on sympathy cards because you create a background and you may not want the sympathy card to be like, so I would put vellum over top to just give it sort of like a diffuser, right? Like over top of whatever's on the background. And then that way your message, your sentiment kind of stands out more. I've made, depending on the weight of the vellum, I like using them for card bases sometimes. And then, it's just a different material, different feel. Hi, Debbie. Can you use lunar paste to color also? Yes. Yes, and yes. Lunar paste, I actually have some here. Like the neons that just came out not too long ago, or I don't know if you guys like using Vicky Bouton's paste, her what is that called? Creative FX paste. Those are good too to use. Yes, you can use all of those because the great thing is it's already colored, right? So you don't have to mix and create your own. But if you have one that's white that you can change the color of, then that even makes your color palette infinite, right? Because you have all these ink pads. So any color in your craft room becomes, at your arsenal. If you have white or clear, I don't color clear. What I would do if I had the clear embossing paste or anything like that, I would just use the ink first, like I did on this one with the clear embossing, and then put the clear paste over top of it, over the stencil. You can do that too. So you don't have to limit yourself. Whatever, if you're just getting into doing like the texture paste and stuff like that, I would suggest definitely a white and a clear. And then you could use whatever stencil, whatever color, and just put the clear over top. I've done that with like the clear glitter ones because the glitter is left behind, but the actual liquid is clear. So when it dries, you just see the color from behind, and then it's like sparkly. It's nice. I can't wait. Simon Hurley has the glitter now, the glitter paste version. So I got that coming. I can't wait to use it. I love the glitter paste for sure. And then Deb says, have you ever added shimmer or glitter medium to your paste? I'm trying to think. I have not. For the most part, like, okay, so I love all things that sparkle. I mean, the more sparkle, the better. Love it, love it, love it. What I don't love is loose glitter. I don't tend to use it often. But if you have the opportunity, I want to say Ranger had some loose glitters that would work well with using in like the white, or if you have a clear one and you want to bump up the glitter or something. Yeah, I think you can totally do that because it just becomes a part of that mixture. Like I said, it just depends because white will stay white. So if the glitter you're using is like a vibrant color, I don't know that it will look right. But if you have one that dries clear, then that could be cool. Yeah, that could be cool. That's a good idea. Ah, yes, Debbie. This is my cat. That's Salem. He's ignoring me right now, but he's there every time I'm in my craft room. He's like my little support animal. He gives me peace. Salem, say hi to the people. Oh, he's ignoring me. All right, Stephanie says, a view of craft room that looks as if someone was seriously crafting there. I know. Yes, I am not the one. If you want to see all the perfect stuff, and I'm like, no, that my brain don't work that way. I've tried. I love the concept of rainbow order. It's not me. This right here is always like this. You see the stack? Yeah, I always have stacks, stacks and stacks and stacks. I've just started putting, like I'm so backwards this way. So all these containers here, I just started, those are the iris. And so I've been putting some of my collections in there, and I'm slowly getting more so that way I can organize and stuff. But that's as organized as I'm going to get. I try though. I do. But you got to find what works for your brain, you know? If you're that type of person, I applaud because I wish I could. I never clean up after I'm done. I just get up and walk away. I have to. And then I come back and I'll slowly kind of hit the piles and clean up as I go. All right. And Kim said, question, loved your video. What kind of mat do you use? What mat did I use on that? Well, I have a couple of different things. I have a glass mat that from Tim Holtz and Ranger. I use that one primarily when I'm doing mixed medias. I also have this one, which I think is the one that I used. It's supposed to, like, you can put it so that it covers the entire mat. You know, the piece that they would put on the side for you to do mixed media stuff. This one I pull out when I don't want to pull out the glass mat, because you can just lay it down and you're able to clean and do all the stuff that you would do on the glass mat without messing up your tabletop, even though my tabletop has been through the ringer, and I probably need to get another one from IKEA because who knew I was going to be this like this messy with it. I mean, I should have known. But what's crazy is I do wipe this down every time. But if you looked at my tabletop, you'd be like, do you ever clean it? But I do. It just gets all inky. All right. And Crystal is asking, what is your favorite technique to use on your cards? I'm usually a layer person. I love using a lot of mats, especially with my my card sketch series, because I get a lot of the sketches from Pinterest, and a lot of times when they show like a lot of layers or different patterns, I love the layered look with the mats, but it does make the cards heavier, you know? So I would say I should have brought my cards up here, but I didn't. But I would say that would be probably one of my favorite things to do on my cards. I used to do a lot of coloring because I was trying to get into Copics. Copics are an expensive habit, so I kind of let that go. And then I got into doing more with watercolors. And the latest thing I've been enjoying, I don't know if you guys saw these. I'll take it from my little pile. But Vicky Booten, when she did her mixed media collection, she got the papers where you have the watercolor down here for you to play with, and then you color in. This is what I did with the butterflies here. I had one of those and I just colored them in. I like doing stuff like that. Will I ever use this or cut them out? I don't know. Probably not. But this is stuff that I enjoy doing like paint by numbers, you know, stuff like that. Noreen, what is the vellum? Oh, vellum is, let me show you. So vellum is just like regular paper. The only difference is it's kind of see-through, right? So, and it's more pileable, more like flimsier than regular cardstock, right? But you can do different techniques with it. If you stamp on it, flip it upside down and color with a marker on the backside, it gives it like a stained glass look. If you stamp on it like I did with the different inks, the gold here is just a pure the pigment ink right to the vellum. That's it. Whereas this one, I used, hold on, if I remember correctly, I believe I used this ink, stamped my image, and then I used embossing powder over top. Okay. And this is usually what I use. I know a lot of people also use Versamark, which is a sticky ink for embossing, which you can, but if you have a pigment ink that stays wet longer, you can emboss with that as well. Oh, wow. That went by fast, you guys. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you guys have enjoyed the summit. Again, please check out my YouTube channel. I'm Craft with T on all my social medias. So Instagram, Facebook, and obviously YouTube. I have so many videos on my channel already that you can go back and watch if you're interested in the card series. It's called Friday Sketch series. And I also have a Technique Tuesday. So I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the summit for today. And I will hope to see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye, you guys.